Welcome back, everybody. Episode 18 of the Poor Choices Show. I am your host, Chris. My co-host, David.
And to Mark Henry, Adriana Lima, Dave Franco, George H.W. Bush, and Anne Frank. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And joining us, special guest, Dave Sr.
Cheers.
Let's make some poor choices.
The brisket is pretty cool. That's not warm. Fuck.
My glass isn't cold anymore,
George
David.
H.W. It's so hot in this house, my glass is not even... Okay. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll get us started. This week, beer of the week, I got a watermelon girlfriend. It's no innuendos with that at all. Watermelon girlfriend. Here's your can for you. You can see it. Focus. This is going to be I've had these guys before. The Prairie Artisan Ales.
So you've had them a handful of times.
Yeah, I have. Sour ale with watermelon, sea salt, orange, lemon, and lime. Coming out of somewhere.
The Ohio State University.
I got nothing, so I'm just going to taste it. See what we get. Ooh. It's good. If you like watermelon, it's good. Super sour. Water sour, just as advertised. Giving it out of 10. Like a 7. It might be the same as I did last week, like a 7.9. Like, it's good.
You don't want to hit the 7.84 first?
It's not over that hump yet, but it's good. Like, I'll definitely drink all the ones I bought. I've had a few that I've bought over the past month or so that are still living in there. So,
you got one that's like a shower cleaner, right?
yeah, that's still in there. And then my pickle juice is still in there too. Yeah.
Why you like that one?
It was okay. But yeah, it was pretty good. Watermelon girlfriend. There you go.
Okay. Well, this week I have a from Crooked Thumb Brewery. It's called Strawberry Shakedown. The Strawberry Milkshake Sour. Safety Harbor, Florida.
Cool looking can. It's delicious. Okay.
They're always delicious. Give it an 8.3.
Wow. Does it taste like a milkshake?
Yeah, it does. It's like thin, like a watered down milkshake.
It's sitting out a little bit, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tasty enough for your female audience.
I don't think we have a lot of those, but
Pow.
yes, it is.
I like it. We're starting off firing. I like it.
Yeah.
What's Dave drinking? Is it anything? Did you give him one of your special beers?
No, all I have is sours, and he doesn't like sours.
I got a line in Kugel, Summer Shandy.
Can't beat it. Okay.
All right, Christopher.
Yes, David.
You're not going to hit me with the, oh shit, I'm in trouble.
I'm only full name when I'm in trouble. If you said my middle name, I'd probably be grounded for sure.
Okay. Well, we have the semifinals of our fictional character.
Mm-hmm. Sure do. I'm ready.
You ready to knock this out?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The first out of the two is going to be Link versus Godzilla.
Definitely Godzilla. I'm sorry. Godzilla.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the second of the two is going to be Harry Potter versus Mewtwo.
Mewtwo easily.
Okay.
That's it? Oh, it's semifinals. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to turn that into a short, but that's it. We'll have the championship next week. All right. Well, do you want to jump into something for you?
Well,
Papa?
Kind of when we were trying to get set up and you were going through headphone adjustments and all this and that, I kind of briefly touched on he's a grandpa now.
Okay.
Which is kind of why he's down there, help out, see the grandchild and all that. My first thought is, how does that feeling of your firstborn has his firstborn? What's that like? in my mind, it's crazy. It has to be crazy.
Very crazy.
Yeah.
For one, it makes me feel old to think that my son now has.
It took that?
It did.
Okay.
It's just it's hard to explain. It's one of those things that to see the family go on, to see one of your blood come about. The thoughts of looking forward to the times I'll spend with her, things I'll do with her, brings up a lot of different emotions. But,
For sure.
Very, very proud.
Do we have are we just going to be run of the mill grandpa? Are we going to be papa? Are we going to be
Not sure yet.
TBD?
Ask Kayla today. She said it's your choice, so I'm going to have to think about it a little bit more.
Okay.
I'm going to just let her call you what she calls you.
We were talking about Germany earlier. I should go by Opa.
Opa. Yep.
Opa is a German grandpa, so.
Got Opa and Oma. Mm-hmm.
I will let her call you that bullshit Bills fan.
He does live in upstate, so he's allowed to claim that team, I think.
Sounds like a disgruntled Cowboy fan.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, your track record's a whole lot better.
Recently.
Yeah.
We're all at home in February. But my comment to your comment, Chris, is if he wants to spend more time with his granddaughter, he can't do that from upstate. Somebody's going to have to move to Florida.
Or to New York.
Ooh, not me. Hell no.
Too cold up there for you?
Amongst other things. They don't believe in this.
Yeah,
they don't
right.
believe in this up there.
What, the Poor Choices show?
America.
America, sure we do. We're proud.
Yeah.
We have to stand up against the Canadian flag right across.
That's right. They're one of the original colonies. They got to believe in America, right?
Yeah. I'm going to go with no.
Just because?
To not get into politics, yes, just because.
Okay. Safe answer. Okay.
So, Dad, how many bullets can you carry in your gun? What gun?
I can carry as many as I want.
You can, but the average New Yorker, you said can have what, like a 12-round mag or a 15-round mag?
Not even 10.
And that's after you go through all the hoops to even be able to get an AR.
Exactly. Well, AR, yeah, even tougher. And there's other things.
Yeah.
You have to pin the end of it to your 10-round magazine for that as well. There's other restrictions on ARs.
You know how dumb a rifle looks with a 10-round mag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's called a shotgun at that point.
Exactly, yeah. Or a BB gun, right?
Okay.
Well, I was going to say,
Wait.
why do you have special circumstances? Why can you have...
Because I'm retired federal law enforcement, so state restrictions don't apply.
Oh, good to know.
Nothing applies. Did I tell you about this time he got pulled over and the cop apologized for pulling him over when he found out he was a Fed?
Was this was this in Maryland, or was this just you were out and about?
It was in Delaware.
Delaware. I think we were heading up to New York.
Yeah.
And he always kept his license with his creds. So he would pull it out to give him the license. And he's like, "Oh, who are you with?" They'd have their typical conversation. And he's like, "Oh, well, sorry for holding you up. Just, drive safe." I'm like, sorry for pulling you over for breaking the law.
It comes with its perks, man.
Yeah. I guess so.
So being a former investigator for a federal bureau, did you ever come across, and I love watching them, there's clips and there's TV shows about like world's dumbest criminals. And do you have one that sticks in your mind from whenever you may have seen it or even heard about it, of just what a fucking idiot this guy was? Or girl, who knows? Like robbed a bank next to a police station or, something like that.
To be honest, nothing that I've come across. My career was mainly white collar. You kind of deal with a better, more educated group of criminals. I guess that's like an oxymoron.
Not too educated. They wouldn't be caught.
Exactly. So I can't say as I come across anything that sticks out at this point of, that's absolutely stupid for doing it, which most criminals are. So
what about someone that lied to your face? They're like, "I don't drive a red car," like as you see them getting out of a red car, like something that they must have thought you were an idiot.
I thought you were going to say you, David, is like, I didn't have anyone over at the house. And he's like,
No, we squashed that one. He knows all about that.
Yes, I do. No, because most lied to me anyway, so you never knew what to believe.
Right, but I mean something like that was blatantly obvious. Like you're holding the evidence, and they're like, "No, that wasn't me."
Yeah, actually, there was a woman we pulled over entering the Naval Academy during my NCIS career who we had information she was coming in with a key of coke, and she gets out and sitting on the side, brought a drug dog by, and she's like, "That's not mine."
You planted that.
Yeah, we must have.
That's not mine. I love how that's just like the first initial.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know how that got there.
At least be original. Like, come up with something. Like, oh, that's not mine. I'm borrowing this. These aren't my pants. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you tell me about a time that you didn't have jurisdiction to pull some lady over, but it was like 8 at night and you were coming home and it was like pitch black and she didn't have any lights on or anything. So you like threw your lights on real quick and you were like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it was actually on the DC Beltway. I think it was near Bethesda. I was coming home and a woman in a black Mercedes. It's like nighttime, no lights in a construction zone. And I'm flashing my light. She didn't do anything. So finally I flipped my police lights on. No response. I hit my siren. She pulls over like right on the Beltway and is wondering what's going on. I came up quick. I just said, "Hey, ma'am, you need to turn your lights on. Somebody's going to hit you." "Oh, I'm sorry." And
off she went.
So one thing I don't know if I ever asked is what made you want to get into that field? What made you want to get into law enforcement? You had parents that were Navy vets. One mom was education. Dad worked for IBM. What made you go, I'm going to go arrest people?
Well, your grandfather said, "I'm either going in the military or going to college. So choice was mine or leave." So I decided.
So you chose college, which there's, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of careers you could have chose.
Right. So went into college. I did get a degree in political science.
Right.
Minored in psychology with the intention of going to law school. Wanted to be an attorney.
So before moving on, why did you want to do that?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I know you weren't watching Suits back in your day.
No.
You weren't like, I want to be Harvey Specter.
I probably would have definitely been an attorney by now if I had Suits to watch back then.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So that was just something you wanted to do? Not like a cartoon or?
I don't remember why, just something that got in my head that I wanted to do. And
then what changed that? What made you go, I don't want to do this anymore?
Well, I wanted to take
school and then more school?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I got to pass the test?
Yeah, exactly. So I applied to law school. I was going to go to either Albany or Pepperdine out in California. Wanted to take
you wouldn't even have been able to get a job at Pierce Hardman.
No.
You had to go to Harvard.
I wasn't a Harvard grad.
Okay. Fair.
So wanted to take a year off before law school, and then I went to visit Aunt Sue, and a friend of hers worked for CIA, asked if I had any desire to work for them or some other government agency. So this was way back when you went to places, got a paper resume and applied. So we went all over DC, applied to State Department, CIA, gosh, I don't remember the others, and the FBI. And
so he asked if you had any interest in doing it, and you said yeah, and then you had to go out and do all the work anyway?
No, he took me all around. He drove me to different agencies.
Okay. So he was just basically your GPS while you still had to go do all this stuff?
Pretty much so, yes.
Okay.
So, but I ended up putting in, FBI called me a month later, and I decided I'd go with them and not do law school.
Okay.
The rest is history.
I was going to just say that. Rest is history. What branch is the Secret Service work for? Or are they their own?
Branch?
Well, they're part of Homeland Security.
Homeland, okay.
Yeah, back whenever Homeland began, they gobbled up like ATF and all their own agency, and TSA, all that fell under Homeland Security.
Homeland. Okay.
So gotcha. What were they before Homeland was a thing?
It's a good question.
CIA would make sense, right?
No,
because they're not a department, they're an agency.
Yeah, they're their own entity anyway. I think they fell under Treasury. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I think they still are Treasury. I take that back about Homeland Security. I think they still fall under Treasury Department because they still do counterfeiting investigations.
He's correct. Department of Treasury. There you go.
Well, how about that?
How about that?
And Chris, the reason I knew to ask that is because when I was going to ACC, I was in a criminal justice class, and me and Eric were in it. And I think I told you about that was the class that the teacher was like a former Texas Ranger. He said he used to like sit on the highway in his Viper and let people pass by, and he'd finish his coffee and then go get them. Well, he found out that Eric's dad was a cop and that my dad was an agent.
Right.
He would like always knock on the stuff that he would talk about. And then we were talking about Homeland one day, and he pointed back to me and was like, "You ask your dad what he thinks about Homeland Security." So I texted, I'm sitting in class and I'm like, okay. I'm like, "What do you think about Homeland?" And he's like, "It's a joke of an agency." So I told him, and he was like, "Exactly." Just some bullshit response for 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was way back when it first formed. I wouldn't say it's a joke anymore, but I don't think there was a need to establish an entire new agency.
Yeah, it's to make the people feel safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke and mirrors.
It could have been Harvey.
Do you want to be Harvey? Or do you want to be
Could have
Mike?
been Lewis. You never know.
Now, Lewis, that's a man to aspire to be right there. Gotta love me.
He's so up and down.
Got his own catchphrase and everything, man. I love it.
Lit up. You just got lit up.
It's too funny. Well, if you want to stay on criminals, I got one thing I wanted to see if both of you or one or the other would have some knowledge on if you want to go that route.
We could try. I don't have knowledge on much.
Well, I think you got a little bit on this. I have here the top 10 FBI's most notorious people that have ever been on the most wanted list. And I want to see if you guys could get some or maybe most of that top 10.
Al Capone.
No.
No?
He is not.
Dylan.
Bob? Who'd you say? Dylan?
Dylan.
Corey?
Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde Barrow.
9, 10.
Is one of those a Dylan?
Dillinger, yeah. No, they are not on there.
Dad, what about that dude that was hiding out up by you? The one there's a story of. He went up there and like changed his name to some chick's name or something.
Barry Freed. He was known by up there.
What was the real name?
Oh, gosh. Oh, you're in front of the computer. Just type in Barry Freed, a.k.a. I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, let me... What
is it?
Abbott Hoffman.
Abby Hoffman. I don't think he was the 10 most wanted. When is your list from?
It's an all-time, yeah. So the number 10 is from the 50s all the way up until the number 1, who we were just on the subject, so I figured you guys would probably get the number 1.
What were we talking about?
Homeland Security.
Osama?
Mm-hmm.
What about Saddam?
He's not on there. No Saddam.
I didn't think they'd be on FBI.
Yeah, that's typically, I guess that's the whole thing. They included overseas since they're wanted.
Like FBI's not going overseas to grab anybody.
It's a good point. Let's see. Number 2 listed 1968, 1977. Oh, that's a big one. He assassinated a very big public figure.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
The other one.
Really, the other one.
Not a president. He wasn't a president.
Martin Luther King's killer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
John Blanca.
Yeah, he's number 2. James Earl Ray. Oh, sorry.
No, I never would have got that.
Sorry. Number 3, serial killer.
Yeah, I was about to say that one. Well, I guess there was a handful of them.
David Berkowitz?
No.
What the hell's his name? Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, the other one.
Jesus Christ. What's the first letter?
A T.
What's the second letter?
An E.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. Yeah. There you go. Let's see. Number 4.
So Dahmer's not on there?
He's not on the top 10.
How?
It's also on like some websites' top 10 lists. So.
Oh, no, never mind. I think I'm thinking of Bundy. Bundy was the one that went across like the country, right? He went from like the Northwest down to Florida.
I don't remember. All I have is responsible for at least 30 women's deaths in the 70s.
Okay. Yeah. That was him then.
Okay.
Is he the one that escaped? He was like at court and like I don't know if it was
No,
on a documentary I watched.
No, he was executed in 89, electric chair.
Yeah, eventually, but I think he escaped from court. Not like prison, but court.
Oh, I don't know. It says he only spent 5 days on the list before he was arrested at a traffic stop. Oof.
Go figure.
Number 4, I got a James Whitey Bulger.
Yep.
Okay.
Whitey Bulger.
I don't know who that is.
Mob guy.
Yeah, mob guy. I've got a Semyon Molgovich. Yeah.
Sounds like another one that shouldn't be in the FBI's.
Arms trafficking, racketeering, money laundering, contract murders, Russian mafia boss, something. Okay. Rafael Quintero.
Nope. Mexican
like
drug cartel,
kingpin.
probably.
Yeah.
Let's see. He had a $20 million reward for information leading to his capture. Yep. Cartel. Yep. Leonard Peltier.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
It's from the mid-70s, activist of the American Indian movement, killed 2 FBI agents in the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, arrested 2 months later in Canada. How about William Bishop Jr.?
Nope.
Nothing. How about a Victor Manuel Garena?
Nope.
How about a Thomas James Holden?
That sounds... When's he from?
1950.
No women on this list?
Not on that top 10. But it's also one of
Yes.
those like Watch Mojo top 10 lists. So, yeah. That's all I got. That's it.
Okay.
Moving on.
Interesting.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to take a second to ask that you all hit those like and subscribe buttons, or if you're an audio listener, go ahead and give the guys 5 stars. Thanks for listening. Now back to the Poor Choices show.
GPT is giving me stupid shit. How did you maintain your mental and emotional well-being while dealing with often intense and high-pressure situations inherent in federal law enforcement? Who give a shit? He came home and yelled at me for having bad grades. Made him forget about everything.
Get better grades.
Too late for that. Right, Dad?
Yes.
Well, speaking of getting bad grades,
Go ahead.
I want to know, Dad, the top 3 times that I pissed you off the most growing up, from birth to leaving the house.
There's got to be one searing
we-
image.
We covered the first one, birth.
Fair. That was your fault. I should have pissed yourself off.
I wouldn't say pissed off. I've never been pissed off at you.
That's not true.
I don't know. I think David would disagree.
Yeah, 1000%.
Disappointed.
Angrily
just say it.
disappointed.
You could just say it.
But there was a reason for anger, because that's more of the intimidation part of hoping that keeps you from doing it again.
There you go.
So there was a
I think
reason.
he was pissed off.
There was a reason.
We could have had a cordial conversation. You could have, we could have sat down at the table and.
Okay, so when the first time that Zoe does something wrong, I want to see you just sit down calmly and say, well, that was a bad idea to do that. You shouldn't do those things.
Might.
No, I can see
after
I can see
might be after
Kayla.
I get
I can
angry.
see Kayla doing that, but not David.
Yeah, no.
I think you guys got this whole.
David, you get pissed off when Weeble breathes loudly.
Well, that's because it's annoying. Tell
I'm
him to
just
stop.
I'm just saying.
That's fair.
So that probably comes from me, and then I probably got it from Grandpa. So it's a generational.
What, getting pissed off about someone breathing loud?
No, about just getting pissed off and going off.
I think it's just a normal human emotion.
True, but some people can control it by calmly speaking to whoever about something, and doesn't work for me.
No.
So,
Mhm.
all right. So top 3 things.
Yeah.
The most disappointed you've ever been in me.
Probably grades for
No, we need a specific. 'Cause if
whatever
you're
it
gonna go
was.
grades, I know where it's going.
Whatever it was, the report card in 11th grade or whatever, when
Ooh.
you
I don't think it was
Or-
that late.
pitching and doing well, and apparently scouts were coming, and then all of a sudden David's no longer on
Yeah.
the team because his grades were bad.
I was on the team. I just didn't start.
No,
That
you
shouldn't
were-
be on your list. That should be on my list.
No, that's disappointing to me that you could have been seen, and who knows?
Dad's
you-
like, I missed out on an early retirement because of your bad grades.
Exactly. So that was very disappointing.
I would have thought that was less than the one where I thought you were going.
Well, next one was probably when I came home to see the front of my old stereo cabinet glass smashed and laying on your bed, and you were nowhere to be seen.
I know that story.
Your old stereo cabinet, but my current stereo cabinet.
Yes.
So again, I lost the front door to my stereo cabinet. I should be more pissed off than you.
Wasn't yours at the time.
No.
It was.
Again, that's back in the teaching of don't have anger issues like that. Temper tantrums.
So, Chris, do you know that full story?
Is that the handcuff story?
Nah, that was a Jana story, and he still, to this day, denies
it. Okay, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Not true.
This was like, I got home from school. I had one of those, like, vertical little entertainment center.
It's definitely
thing.
briefly familiar, but continue it. Yeah.
Yeah, it had, like, the TED glass door on the front,
right.
Push to open it. Like, it's got the little, like, spring-loaded magnet thing, whatever.
Which
I was playing some video game.
Hold on.
Oh, you tinted it?
I tinted it with the squeegee on film. Because that plays...
Good thing you did.
I was just getting to that, so I was saying that. That's a good thing that I did.
So I'm playing some video game. I don't
Mario
Madden,
Kart.
Probably. Nah, you used to get pissed off at Mario Kart. I never did. I never lost at Mario Kart. But whatever it was, I got pissed off, stood up, and I don't even think I threw the controller at it. I threw it at, like, just down. And you know, the N64 controllers are shaped all like, you throw it down, you don't know where it's going. And it just bounced up and hit it and cracked. And I was like, because it was tinted, it was like cracked inside the tin.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was like,
it was a direct hit, Chris. There's no way a bounce hit broke that glass.
There's no hiding that one.
He's still lying about it at 35.
So I took it off and I laid it on my bed.
Yeah.
And I went over a friend's house. It's like, I'm not going to be here for this.
Wait, how old are you?
25.
Oh, so this was the house down in Saunders
This was
Point?
the one next to... Yeah.
Okay.
Probably like seventh grade, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go 7th grade. Yeah, so that was that. And then before you get into the third one, for the grades thing, I thought you were going to say the report card that I snagged from the mail before you got to see it. And I was like, I don't know where it is.
That's
It
dirty.
hasn't come yet.
That's tricky, David.
Until fucking Scott came over the house. And I mean, that's on me for having, so I should have, nowadays I'd be like, no one's coming over here. I'm not going to guilt myself. And Dad's like, oh, how were your grades? Scott's like, oh, I got, this and this and this. And he's like, oh, you got your report card already? He's like, yeah, it came a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So, of course, the next business day, he calls the school and they send it to him.
And how old are we during this?
It was probably like 9th, 10th grade.
But you realize, like, eventually he's going to, like,
9th.
want to know where the hell the report card's at. It's not just going to not show up.
I think my plan was to, like, coerce Mom into saying that she saw it and, like, lying for me. Like, yeah, it was good. It was, I'm not going to say A's.
It doesn't
B's
sound like you thought it through too
B's.
much.
And David forgot about what his dad did for a living back then.
He could log in, make one phone call, and go, got it.
I tricked his ass with an interim report one time, though. The only thing I was missing was that gray Anne Arundel County Public Schools watermark that was in the middle of it. But I had typed out lines drawn. I made that in paint. It said meets course objectives, and I think I put like a couple in danger of earning a C on there just because.
See, and
if it was all meets course objectives, he'd have been like, something fishy. Even
though I'm not a dad, the dad in me's going, well, if you put as much effort into doing that as you did your grades, you wouldn't have to do it.
Well, that was maybe the start of my content creation. So we might
okay, fair enough.
Pretty sure you made a few for Jenna as well.
Ooh,
I think I did. I know I wrote a lot of papers for her.
Were they signed in crayon?
Now there was an excuse on there for going to school or something. Found it on your computer.
Are you sure it wasn't the doctor one for Joe? Oh no, I made that one on your computer.
And now this was something for Jen. I don't recall which kind of excuse it was, but I saw it on your hard drive on your computer.
Well,
I like this.
I don't know. From where?
That was in your room.
At what house?
At the one where on Warfield. I mean, it was an old computer, and it dated way back.
Think I left. She's okay. Yeah, I guess that tracks because I thought she would have been too young, but I guess she would have been 15. I don't know what she would have been doing.
I don't remember.
Oh, she
I
got
just
her
remember
license.
seeing it on there. Statute of
Like she just, like,
limitations
skipped the
expired,
class.
so I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, no, I don't remember that. I'll tell you everything I did. I don't remember doing that. I remember the interim for you. The report cards I couldn't do because they were like the interims were just like a 8.5 by 11 white sheet of paper with the watermark, but the interims were like, or the report cards were like that blue stamped entire page,
Right.
like perforated edges, and I was like, I can't do all that.
That's too much. You got to go buy the right paper for that. Yeah, you can't do that.
I was like,
Hell, I'm
Gonna
just going to
eat it.
study.
yeah, I didn't do that.
Oh, that's funny.
Dude.
That's really funny.
All right, so what's number 3 on the list?
The only other one
I got one if I had to guess. Let's see if it's the same.
The only other one I could think of, I'm sure there's ones I just can't think of, but the one where Dave came down saying that you and somebody, I can't remember who it was, threw a big rock through the decking or whatever it was down at the beach, and you ended up.
Oh, okay.
It was you and a girl, wasn't it?
No,
Is that the boat club?
no, this was at the in Saunders Point still.
Mm.
No, it wasn't a girl. I wouldn't say it was Jake.
I thought it was a girl, but I don't remember.
No, because I remember doing community service for that, and it definitely wasn't with a girl.
Yeah.
Walking up and down
Cleaning
Triton
up
Beach,
trash.
picking up trash. Yeah.
Mm.
I thought for that one, I thought you were going to say when me and Randy were throwing rocks in the pond when it was ice, like we were out walking on it, and Vicky caught us,
Oh, yeah.
like screaming from her deck, like, "You guys get off that ice, bro!" Well, grounded for that one. So number 3, I thought you were going to say that night I came home after coconuts and was banging on the door to get inside.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one.
I thought that was going to make it on the list.
And
Yeah.
I had to replace the entire door.
Still want to say you weren't pissed off?
That
You
one
weren't
I was pissed.
disappointed.
Yeah, I have to take that back. I was pissed at that one.
Yeah.
But you were
Who
were
would-
older.
I was old enough to know better.
Yes, you
yeah,
were.
I know.
Who wouldn't be pissed?
Well,
right?
I mean, I think I was old enough to know better that you don't throw boulders to knock out the little
Yeah.
railing
But
things either.
that's a stupid kid prank. Whereas
Yeah.
the drunken doing hip checks against the side door when you're
Should've
old
woke up.
enough. Oh, I woke up. The house was shaking.
Well, I got nothing.
And locate you now.
Look at me now. Hosting a podcast called The Poor Choices.
See, maybe we need to air these grievances once a week, David.
Apparently, I'm
Oh,
going
yeah,
backwards.
Right.
Poor choice, yeah. So my finger painting shit in the crib didn't make the list.
No, you're a baby.
It still could piss you off.
Well, I wasn't happy, but like, how do you get pissed off at a baby?
They finger paint shit on the walls.
Yeah. No, is it just walls?
You could be. You
the
don't have to be
crib, and-
pissed at me. You can still be just pissed.
At the
Did you have to
situation.
paint the walls after?
Yeah, I had to paint the walls. I couldn't. I scrubbed them and it wouldn't come up. I literally painted your wall.
They didn't have magic erasers back then.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, payback's a bitch.
Ooh.
Your time's coming with Zoe.
I thought you were going to say something about you. I ain't
Oh, no,
changing
no,
no
no.
diapers. Hard no. That's your daughter's job.
Maybe.
All right, Chris, you got another one?
Another what?
I don't know. Question thing.
Sure. If you want something.
If you got some, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you hit all 3, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Well, what kind of what was like your typical punishment for these kind of activities that you performed, David? Like, was it just you're grounded for a week, or I mean, this was before everyone in the world had a cell phone in their pocket, so it wasn't like no cell phone, you know,
Yeah. They all.
no TV, no video games, no friends over.
Well, yes. The no fret. It was a lot of easy workarounds for everything, though. No friends over. Okay, you don't get home till 5:30. Cool. No Nintendo. You take my controller. It's on the top shelf in your closet. Cool. No TV. Same thing with the remote. So the worst one was, and I think it was for the report card thing.
It was.
Yeah, when I had to spend summer. It took the whole summer painting the railing on the deck. I had to
Nice.
paint it
Physical
white
labor.
with-
Yeah.
with a paintbrush.
Uh-huh.
No
That's right.
sprayer, no roller, none. If I knew rollers existed, I would have like asked someone to go grab me one. But no, like literally, and it was like 2 or 3 coats. It had to be white,
2.
didn't it?
2 coats.
And it took like 3 weeks for him to feel bad enough to let me listen to music out there because he had the speakers out on the deck.
Yeah.
Finally, after he could see me suffering for like 3 weeks, he was like, all right, you can listen to music.
I'm sorry, whose fault was all that?
Mm-hmm.
Scott's for telling you we got report cards.
Damn it, Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a little oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was trying to think if there was any other punishments. Yeah, go read. Okay. Just gonna read this same Goosebumps book I read like 40 times already. What did you read? I like know it by heart. I don't know. What else? What other punishments did I get?
No car when you got older? I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I think making me drive that Cavalier was punishment. So like, taking that away, like he would have had it take me places.
I bought it for you. Why would I take it away?
Was that the one that Jesus ended up driving?
Yeah.
It was. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Those are the only punishments that come to mind.
Yeah.
There was that one
had it
time though
easy.
that I ordered pizza with Josh and Lauren, and you were making dinner, and you didn't know that I ate, so I had to come home, and you made me eat anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like sitting at the table, like,
Ooh.
You remember
and then he'd be like, "Tell me I'm gaining weight." I'm like, "Well, don't make me eat as punishment, baby."
Or maybe don't eat prior to.
Knowing you have dinner coming? Huh?
Yeah.
Been there, done
Yeah.
that. I know the yeah. Oh, pizza? Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like they had pizza. It was like a
Let's order pizza?
yeah.
Oh, well, all right. Well, then you fucked up. Yeah.
Could have had leftovers for work the next day, Dad, but you want to make me eat them.
Yeah.
And
Well,
ate them you did.
it was trying to punish and stop doing that again.
And they wonder why Americans are the most obese.
Oh, you're blaming the parents of America?
Look, I only got 2 kids. I can't vouch for all the others.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
That's fair.
Well, speaking of America, as a little quick question for you guys, it's from our Ask Reddit segment pertaining to the 50 states. So I don't know if either of you have been to Hawaii.
Yeah.
But when you
Not
get
me,
off,
but I know he has.
when you get off the plane, they present you with a lei, right? When you get off that plane. No. Okay. Well, that fucks up my whole question,
On
Dave.
TV, I guess on some, depending on which island you go to, and if you're part of a group or whatever that
Yeah.
they do, but
Well, then let me preface the question with this. So people getting off planes in Hawaii typically get presented with a lei. If that same tradition applied to the rest of the U.S., what would each state immediately give to its visitors once you arrived?
So you're going to give us states?
so we have to go through 49.
No, we'll do like 7 or 8 states, and
Okay.
we'll call it a day. So
I like that.
let's say like Wisconsin. What would you get as soon as you go into Wisconsin?
A
Cheese.
slice of cheese.
Cheese or cheese curds or something like that, right? Oh, that was easy. Idaho,
Potatoes.
potatoes.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Vermont.
Chunk of granite.
Oh, okay.
Vermont's known for their
Right.
granite.
Wow. I was
Where's
thinking something from the forest, David, if that's what you're thinking.
Mount Rushmore?
That is in
Not there.
Montana, Wyoming. It's out west.
I think they should just give you a T-shirt that says like I've been to Vermont.
All right. Here I had syrup. Like you get a bottle of
Yeah.
syrup.
That's from Canada.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd go Canada there.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Vermont. Now that you mention it,
You
I
know
know
the
Montpelier.
capital. There you go. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's-
Yeah.
I don't know if I could name another city there.
How about Louisiana?
Beads.
Beads.
Yeah.
Let's say this person said New Jersey, and all you get is a "Who invited this asshole?" Let's see. This one from Michigan said you get a can of Faygo and a tire repair kit.
There you go.
Can vouch.
Book of
And
Mormon
also,
for Utah.
you get like a
Go ahead.
coupon to what's that? Coney Island.
Okay. A little container of Old Bay. I'm not gonna bother saying the state.
You
There you
already
go.
know.
There you go. Massachusetts, you get drunks.
You get a.
Well, you get,
I was gonna say go ahead.
I was going to say get a beer.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers is in Boston. The show Cheers. The
Oh,
bar.
there you go. Some Norm in there. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I was going with a fuck Tom Brady T-shirt.
Okay, we're that. How about Florida, David?
A mimosa,
Nah.
sunscreen.
Mm,
All right, what should they give you when you get off the plane in Florida?
I've got here an alligator that's high on methamphetamines.
I like it.
Just if we're going non-realistic, maybe they should just give you a Florida man.
Oh, so like a pickup truck and a handgun or something like that?
Just a guy that looks like he's going to go be a headline.
Okay, so he's got a flannel with cut-off sleeves. He's got jorts and cowboy boots.
A mullet, cigarette in his mouth.
And that big like one pane of glass sunglass thing on, and he's just...
Yeah. And
How you
over
doing?
over his shirt, he's got like a Walmart vest on.
But just
And
an
a Publix-
orange.
And a Publix.
I like that.
Yeah, it's boring.
Orange is
Fitting.
good. It's fitting. Yeah, orange is good. I like that. That was it. That's all I got. Just a few of them.
How about like some cities? Throw some cities at us.
Baltimore.
Well, at the moment, I'd have a little pendant with a bridge on it. They need a bridge at the moment.
That's pretty good.
Never forget. I was going to say like a bulletproof vest.
That's good
That
too.
would come in handy too.
Philadelphia. Maybe some Narcan or something.
Or maybe like a boxing glove
Boxing glove.
that'd be-
Yeah.
for Rocky.
That'd be good. How about like Denver out west?
The joint.
Oh, yeah.
Skis.
Okay. Skis.
Yeah,
Okay.
or
Skis
skis.
is good. What about if you went to Dallas, your football team? Cowboy hat, right?
A
Yeah.
rubber stamp
sure.
with an L on it for your forehead.
Damn.
You can't say that because the Mavs are in the championship and the Dallas Stars just won the Stanley Cup. And the Rangers won like 2 years ago. It's just the Cowboys that suck. Every
now-
other team in Dallas is great.
The Stars aren't in it this year. We got a Florida team in it, though.
We do.
Also, where do they play, the Panthers?
I want to say like Miami-ish.
So okay, but not like but like kind of like how the Dolphins aren't in Miami, but like
Yeah, this is Broward County, so Miami-ish.
somewhere down
Rather
there.
be.
Yeah, I think they're like west of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. How about when you enter Canada? What do they give you?
That would be syrup, I think.
Your passport back.
Oh, and
Um,
apologize
yeah.
for nothing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. About maybe that cop that pulled you over was Canadian.
Maybe.
Maybe some
yeah,
poutine or something.
poutine or syrup. Yeah.
hmm Kentucky.
Chicken.
Oh, I was going to say like a whiskey or a bourbon or
Yeah,
something.
whiskey
Well, no, chicken's cheaper.
or a
Chicken's
horse.
cheaper. Or a horse. Yeah.
What about like Chicago?
That's a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. About LA.
Like a mask for all the smog. Here's your mask.
I like a helicopter.
No. Maybe a tent so you have somewhere to stay.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh. hmm That's all I got off of that, though. I didn't.
Okay. What are some things that prove that Mario is over 30?
Mustache.
So that was one. He's had a mustache since 1983. But the one that I saw that made me ask this question on there was the fact that Mario makes a little noise every time he exerts himself physically is proof that he's over 30.
I did that just now getting out of my chair. I went, ugh.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Also, he's been around
No.
since 1983, so obviously he's over
Yeah.
30.
Said he works with his brother in the landscaping business and home maintenance. I don't know why that makes you over 30. This dude said he was a preschool teacher. Is that a different Mario?
Could be.
Uh,
Mario
he wears-
Lopez.
Maybe. This one says he wears jumpers.
Or overalls, yeah.
Yeah. This is a good one. He rides a dinosaur.
That's good.
Yeah, the only other one I got a comment for was he's a champion kart racer.
Huh.
He also tries to defeat a dinosaur.
Yep.
I wonder if Bowser and Yoshi are related. My Ask Reddit is, what are red flags at a restaurant? We got
Oh,
unclean toilets.
I was going to go with unclean ceiling vents, but that's good.
I don't know if that's just restaurants though.
Empty tables.
Anyways, I
Empty
digress.
tables.
Empty
big time.
tables?
That's,
I don't know, that's
probably
that's
number
a green
one.
flag for me. Wait, empty like nothing on it?
Like no, like there's
Nobody
nobody
there.
in the restaurant, right?
Well, it depends on if you're trying to get mimosas at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning or not. Incoherent menu.
hmm
Yeah. I don't like, that makes me think of one, when you go to like fancy, not even fancy, but you go to like restaurants and they try to make the menu sound fancy and you're like, okay, but what is it? It's like all these
Mhm.
fancy words that try to describe what it is. And you're like,
And it's
okay,
just
but what am I getting?
Oh, it's a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Or one of those menus that's like the size of the Bible and it's like 18 pages. They
Yeah.
have like 200 things to choose from. Like, really, how good are you doing any of these things that are on here?
Double T Diner.
Don't knock Double T Diner now.
No, I'm just saying. I like Double T, but they had a menu
Okay.
that was like 5
Yeah.
pages long.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the fact that they served everything on it all day,
All day
24
long,
hours,
yeah.
is crazy.
And the fact that I would read it through like 20 times just to get chocolate chip pancakes every time.
But those sticky fly things hanging around.
Ugh.
In the kitchen. Talk about Bayside. They're annoyed that you're ordering food.
Right. Or that you just came in general. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm literally your paycheck. Why are you getting pissed off at me? Dead flies on the interior windowsills.
Yeah, it's bad.
What's yours from having that experience? Like, what do you make sure to make a point to keep clean or to do to be presentable?
It's all that stuff that's in customer eyes. I mean, the first thing is like if you have any kind of outside patio, whatever it is, that's the first thing they're going to see. So making sure that is spotless, because if you're walking into a place and the outside is just garbage, I mean, what do you think the inside is going to look like? So starting there is outside. Inside is like if nobody working there is giving you any kind of, we'll be right with you. Hey, how you doing? If it's just cold and you just kind of have to figure it out. Do I see it myself? What's going on? Are you open? Like, what's happening? Wait time, obviously. No one likes that. I mean, we've all been to restaurants. I think we all can kind of figure out the red flags from experience.
Well, this one says when Gordon Ramsay is there.
No, that'd be great.
When the menu is a QR code. That's I like that one. This is another good one. When the 20% gratuity is automatically added.
Yep.
Which I get, but I feel like that's just like the server can suck as bad as they want. Well, to end, Dad, we just need you to say one thing.
What's that?
You have to say, fuck esports kids.
Fuck esports.
Kids.
Fuck esports kids. Fuck esports kids.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Till next time.
Enjoy your...
Thanks for having me.
all on my can. It says to gently agitate can before opening.
Gently agitate.
I don't know if that's something you want to see on your beer can.
Probably not.